and thank you for tuning in to Embrace My Melanin. It's your girl, Rochelle. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys had a great time welcoming in the new year, and I would like to wish blessings and prosperity to all of you this 2020. We are in a new decade, guys. Where did the last decade go? Where did that time go? I don't know, but it's gone. Okay, so we're welcoming in the new. We're welcoming in the new. Okay, as you guys saw by the title, I am going to be doing my yearly faves for 2019, the high-end edition. Okay, so if you would like to see what I have been loving, what I have embraced, and what's been holding me down, and what I've been holding down in 2019, please keep on watching. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and just hit the subscribe button down below, okay? It is free 99. It won't cost you a thing. Not a thing, okay? Please and thank you. Okay. All right, so my number one fave for 2019 when it comes to primers, I think this has probably been everybody's favorite if you have been watching videos thus far, and it is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Okay, I love this primer right here. When I say this is just an amazing hydrating with a tack feel primer, it's just amazing. This right here is my second bottle. My first bottle was a small travel size that went literally within an amount of 2 weeks. So I was like, just go ahead and buy the full size. The small size, just unless you're traveling, you know, buy the small size. But the full size is worth every bit of the money. I promise you. This right here is just amazing. Amazing. Blushes. The one high-end blush that I love this year was by Alamar Cosmetics. Okay, this is a YouTuber's brand. I believe one of my subscribers, she enlightened me and said that it is a YouTuber's brand, and I got it inside one of my boxes yet again. Guys, y'all probably gonna think this heifer don't spend no money. She get all her makeup from Ipsy or BoxyCharm. No, I don't, but I do get a good bit of it throughout the year from BoxyCharm and from Ipsy. Okay, this is the blush trio for a medium tan skin, even though I'm dark. I digress. But it has 3 shades on the inside here. Okay, yeah, let me back that up. Okay, we have the 3 shades here. We have Toasted, I think it's called Isla, whatever, and Seclusion. Okay, I can't say that I have been loving Toasted, but crazy enough, Toasted ain't really all that toasted. Toasted is very beautiful berry shade. No, but I digress. Anyway, but that is the shade right there, the shades right there. Absolutely beautiful. I've been loving this trio palette right here. I really have. I think they did a really good job. As a matter of fact, I got a gloss from the brand also inside one of my boxes, and that gloss was really, really nice. Very, very creamy. I have got to look more into her brand, the Alamar brand. I know I wanted some other glosses that she brought out, but I never like pulled the plug in purchasing them. So, but I digress. Anyway, but that's Alamar right there. Very pigmented, long lasting, beautiful blush on the skin. I think I'm wearing it right now, if you can see it. Just so freaking pretty. I absolutely loved. Okay, so let's go on over to setting powders, okay? And the one setting powder that I was reaching for almost pretty much since I got it and through the rest of the year, probably much from June, July to the end of the year, it was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in the shade Deep Peach, okay? This setting powder was really, really impressive. I think I compared the, which was it? It was the Black Radiance loose setting powder that in Banana. I compared that one to this one right here, okay? But this is just a little bit more fine in texture than that that setting powder. And also in Black Radiance, it was in banana, whereas this one is in deep peach. It is more so of a deeper shade, a deeper tone. Don't know if you guys can see that. It is in a much deeper tone than, of course, the banana shade, but it works very well for deeper skin tones. I think they did a very good job with this particular tone right here. And this powder. This powder is just amazing. It's more of a, it doesn't make you matte. I will say that. It does not make you matte at all. It just sets it, and it leaves a very beautiful, smooth finish while not making it overly matte for those who have, like, say, dry skin tones. Okay, now I think it would do well on oily skin tones, but I think you will probably have to let it bake on your skin just a little bit more. Me myself, I really don't bake unless I'm doing a reverse contour, but other than that, I really don't bake. But this right here, this color works amazing on my skin tone, and it's a beautiful, beautiful powder. This was very much so well worth the money that you invest inside this powder. Okay, love this. Okay, the next setting powder would be from Miss Pat McGrath. Okay, Miss Pat, Auntie Pat, brought out her loose setting powders, and this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder in the shade Deep 5. Okay, now I know that they said this is supposed to be a translucent setting powder. I myself wouldn't call it translucent, simply because it does have more of a rich, dark shade to it. Okay, when I was doing my makeup today, I did put on a primer, and then I did set that primer with this particular powder right here, and it did add just a little bit of coverage, to my skin for just setting my my primer. Okay, so this right here, not necessarily translucent, but absolutely gorgeous, flawless, beautiful, lightweight. I can honestly say Pat McGrath, she did her thing with this powder. Okay, this thing is so finely milled. It is just like butter. Okay, and I usually hate when people say that, but it is so freaking soft. I just rubbed it between my fingers, just like I just rubbed the ABH just between my fingers, and they're both so incredibly soft, but this one is just a little bit softer than ABH in my opinion. But both powders are absolutely beautiful, well worth the investment. And this one, like I said, not necessarily translucent with Deep 5, that rich deep skin shade, but it does just give just a little bit more coverage when you put it on, whether you put it on top of your primer when you're setting it, or when you put it on top of your foundation when you're setting your foundation. Any foundation, it will give you just a little bit more coverage. I will say that. But Pat, yes, girl. So I got 2 palettes inside of my BoxyCharm boxes, and both of them I absolutely love. Okay, so the first palette is the By Butter London palette right here. This is the Natural Goddess palette. Okay, and these are the shades right here. Another beautiful brown shade where I would say proceed with caution when you put this on. Okay, it is so pigmented and so rich that literally within just a few swipes, just one dab too much, and literally it will take a beautiful finish, a beautiful look, and it will make it look slightly muddy on your eyes. So this is another one to be just a little bit more cautious when you're using that beautiful brown. Okay, that beautiful brown shade. Okay, and also the shade right here, Queen. I don't know if you can see that, because that shade right there is just blinding it. It really is. Okay, so I'll hold it at this angle. That shade right there, Queen, such a pretty, a beautiful rose shade right there. It's just so freaking pretty. So freaking pretty. I loved that shade right there. I just absolutely loved it. It was just gorgeous to me. I loved it. I put it on that pink and brown. I just gravitate to them, okay? But I think that this palette right here, it was one of the ones that when I got it, I did gravitate to it a lot. Even if it was just for that brown shade, I gravitated to it so freaking much, and I absolutely love this palette. This is my first time trying anything, any of Butter London's eyeshadow palettes. I think I tried a lipstick once, and I tried the mascara, but this eyeshadow palette right here was really good and really pigmented, and I was very impressed by this product, so I had to try it. Okay. All right, next up we have the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette right here. If I'm not mistaken, this came inside the box, the BoxyCharm box that Kim Kardashian West, KKW, that she curated with BoxyCharm. And this is one palette that's just so freaking beautiful. I couldn't help it. This was a really pretty palette, okay? And that shade right there, Poppy is just, I love that shade. Poppy and that shade right there, you probably can't see it because of the light, but it's called Clove. Yeah, it's called Clove, and it's such a pretty, almost like a tangerine like shade. Is so pretty. I saw that and I was like, ooh. Just so stinking pretty. I absolutely loved those two shades inside this palette. Poppy was just crazy. Poppy was just crazy. It's such a pretty red shade. I love that shade right there. It's just so freaking pigmented. Now, I will say this about this palette. If you have not tried it, there is a bit of when you kick up, I should say, there's a bit of kick up when you pick up the product, but not out of the ordinary kick up, okay? And it gives off so much pigmentation that you really don't mind the kick up based off of the pigmentation. From what I understand, you're going to have a good bit of pick up when you have a very pigmented eyeshadow palette. At least that's what I've heard. Okay? I learned this year that my beautiful brown skin could be bronzed. Color me surprised, okay? All right. So one bronzer that I got this year was actually really and truly the very first matte bronzer that I ever purchased, and that was the Benefit Hoola bronzer in the shade Toasted. I don't know where my bronzer is. It was here. It was here in this room. I have no idea where it is right now. Usually I would have it inside of my in my vanity right here on my desk, but it went away. I don't know where it went, but it went away. But that was the very first bronzer where I learned that my skin could actually be bronzed and add a little warmth to my skin. But I absolutely loved that bronzer. That bronzer just did it. It really and truly did. It just did it, and that was the first bronzer that actually took me over the edge to me finding more bronzers for brown skin. And there's going to be a lot more coming in 2020, okay? I've heard amazing things about Prime, and also I understand that the Lip Bar has a beautiful matte bronzer also. I will be looking into that also, okay? Now, another bronzer that came out, and when she came out with them, it hit like no other, and that of course would be Fenty Beauty. Okay, I picked mine up in Mocha Mommy. And here is the beautiful, beautiful shade right there. Now, I will say this. I tried Mocha Mommy, but of course before this I tried the Toasted by Benefit. And they both bronze beautifully. However, with the Benefit Hoola bronzer Toasted, with the right foundation shade, it can easily look like a contour when you're steadily building it up. It could easily be a contour, whereas this right here is strictly only a bronzer. It brings that beautiful warmth straight to your skin. I know some people were going back and forth on whether or not they liked it or not. Me, myself, I love this bronzer. I feel like it gives me enough warmth on my skin. Okay, I feel like it gives me just enough warmth for me. Okay, now mind you, I just started bronzing this year. Okay, well, last year. I just started bronzing last year. However, I feel like this bronzer right here, and also the Toasted, the Benefit Hoola Toasted bronzer, I feel like they both do an amazing job with bronzing the skin. You know, like I said, I did not know I could be bronzed. Color me shocked. Very surprised that I could be bronzed, but I feel like both of them did a great job. It's just the only thing is with the Toasted, if you want to do just a little bit more of a cut, a contour, and steady build up that bronzer, you can easily turn that into a contour and it will be absolutely beautiful no matter what. But Benefit and Fenty, beautiful. Love these bronzers, okay? All right, and last but not least, we have foundations, okay? Now, this might not even be a shock for some of y'all. I mean, that, you know, that been rocking out with me in 2019, okay? However, if you could guess, great. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? Okay? So, for foundations, my favorite foundations for 2019, okay? This might not even be a shock for some of y'all, okay? The McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I got mine in the shade Deep 32. This foundation, it is expensive. Like I said in my video when I did my review, I did not want to like it, but I liked it. I love this. Love this foundation. If you like a natural skin finish, if you like a beautiful, lightweight, just your skin but better glow, it's a pretty penny. It is a pretty penny. However, you can't go wrong. With this foundation, truly you cannot go wrong with this foundation, okay? I have loved this foundation since I put it on, and I still do. Now, I know some people be like, nah, I like that more full coverage, beat down to the ground. But for those people like me that like more of a natural glow finish, a natural beat, you will love Miss Pat McGrath Skin Fetish. This is absolutely just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I adored this foundation, okay? And next up for my second foundation for 2019, my most coveted foundation, I call it the I Got You foundation. The Dior the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. When I tell you, this is my most coveted foundation. I call it the I Got You Foundation. It holds up like no other in that heat, in that humidity. When you saying, "Ooh, Lord, let's give me a glass of water," so this heat, ooh, I know it's ruining my makeup. And the makeup, I promise you, this foundation will get off your face and say, "I got you, boo. I ain't going nowhere." This foundation is everything. Everything. The Dior Face and Body Backstage Foundation. It got you. It ain't going nowhere. It's staying. It's holding you down all day, all night long. Okay, I picked mine up in the shade 75N. And I love, love, love this foundation. I'm not sure if you guys saw my monthly faves last year when I told you guys about this foundation, how it survived through my brother's wedding. It was around about the start of the summer, and it was just, unfortunately he had it in his church, his ceremony was in an older church, and there was no insulation, so the second you opened up the door, all the cool air went out the door. It was hot in there, y'all. But my foundation, the Dior Backstage, it held up, baby. It said, "I ain't going nowhere." Nowhere. And it didn't go nowhere. I promise you. This foundation, if you have not tried it, just thank me later when you do. This foundation, everything. Okay, but that is it. That is all for my high-end yearly faves. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you like me and my brand of crazy and this type of video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please, and thank you. I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me in the 2019, and I got more coming in the 2020, okay? Remember to stay blessed and stay beautiful, and have a very beautiful and prosperous new year. I thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.